We all faced some kind of change in our lives, right? Be it in our professional life, our student life, or personal life. But how do we deal with it? Do we get afraid of the change and want to hold on to our current situation? Or do we move on quickly? Well, what should we actually do when we are facing change? To get to know about it, today I am going to share the summary of a book named Who Moved My Cheese, written by Dr. Spencer Johnson. In the beginning of the story, we see some former school students are having lunch after reunion the night before. They are talking about how their life turned out differently than they expected. They start discussing about how all of them faced some kind of changes in their lives and how those changes puzzled them, made them afraid and frustrated. They find it fascinating that even though their lives are very different from each other, still most of them are on the same page when it comes to change in life. One of their friends said that he used to be afraid of change too, until he heard a funny little story that changed everything. The story goes like this. It is a journey of four characters, two mice and two little humans as small as mice. Their work was to find cheese in a maze. Cheese was the source that would nourish them and make them happy. So, after a long search, four of them found their long waited cheese at a certain cheese section. They are delighted. For quite some time, they enjoyed their cheese peacefully. But one day they go there and see that the cheese section is completely empty. The two mice knew that was going to happen because they noticed that the size of the cheese was getting smaller every day. So they move on and start their new journey of finding another cheese. On the other hand, the little people who were smarter than those mice could not accept the situation and believes that the cheese was suddenly moved from there and would return, or it's just hidden somewhere nearby in the station or the section. They searched for it in the section but could not find it. But they did not want to lose hope, so they kept coming to the empty section every day. Soon they started to become weak and depressed. One of them realized that they were just wasting their time and trying in vain, and decided to let go of what was not there anymore and explore the unknown. He tried to persuade the other friend, but failed. So he decided to start his journey alone, after leaving a note on the wall for his friend. He looked at the maze, and although he was afraid to jump into the unknown, he regretted not doing it sooner. Then his journey of finding for cheese started again. The journey was sometimes tiring, a little disappointing, delighting, exciting, but overall, it was much less scary than he thought it would be. So, after living the life of holding on to false hope and doing nothing to change his own situation, he learned to embrace the life of taking control over his action. He learned a lot of valuable lessons along the way and wrote them in the wall of the maze for someone who may come after him. After long days of searching for cheese, he finally found it in a new cheese section, and he also made his mice friends there who came before him. He found his own cheese and learned that when cheese moves, we are not supposed to grieve over it. We are supposed to move with the cheese. After listening to the story, his friends became amazed by the simplicity and deep meaning hiding behind the story. Later the same day, they discuss about it and how they can relate to it personally. The friend who told this story shares how this story improved the performance of the employees in his company. They learn to see change from a whole new perspective, and it encouraged them to let go of what was gone and look forward to what was coming. This is where our wonderful story ends, or should I say, begins. Nothing in the world stays the same. We are not what we were yesterday. Then how can we expect our situation to stay the same? Change is not in our hand, but how we react to it is. So let's read and learn from this story as a reminder of how we should react when we are facing change in our lives. If you like this video, then press the like button, and to know more stories like this, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. I will suggest you all to read this wonderful story. The link is in the description box, and you can also buy it from Amazon. Now before you go, one thing, if you know a story or wrote a story that you want me to share the summary of, then you can send me the link or contact me through my email, Instagram or Facebook page. All of these links are available in the description box. Next video will come on upcoming Monday. Until then, take love and take care. Bye.